Alright, so we've got, I've already got one of the cylinders out, as you can see, it just pops in there, so that's one out. Second cylinder's almost all the way out, there it is, just need a little pull. Okay, I don't have the full garage system here, as you can tell, it's just my own garage, and I maintain the thing myself, but if you are lucky enough to have access to compressed air, then you would connect your compressed air pipe up to there, bleed nipple in and tightened, compressed air pipe onto that, and gently blow the cylinders out, but obviously away from you, because you don't want the cylinders coming up and smacking you in the face. Incredibly embarrassing. Right. So now we're in here. This is basically in bits. We'll get the you're wondering what this little thing is here. This is a spring which prevents the pads, the brake pads when they're in there, from bouncing and making a noise, basically. You can see it's a little bit corroded on the back there. It just needs a good clean up, but it's basically still sound part is that part's been. Alright, so in here, inside the cylinder, is two seals. You see one outer dust seal here, and the actual cylinder seal, it's a little bit thicker inside. Alright, these can swell up and get a little bit crappy, like that one. You can see it's a bit raggedy round the edges. It's important to note that cleaning out the grooves here, the seats for the seals, really important. You can see all the crap that's just come out of that seal bed there. It needs a really thorough good doing, and again, brake cleaner, it's a good thing in there. It gets all the corrosion out. It's not actually corroded itself, this is mainly salt that's collected in there. Right, so everything's had a good, well, a clean up anyway. And that's basically the caliper as it is. Cooling fins on the back, so it gets very hot with the friction. Okay, so we'll start by putting the, in fact we won't, tell you what we'll start by doing is putting the new seals in. These are new seals, these are not cheap by the way, quite a lot of money for what they are, but definitely you've got to have them unfortunately. So I'll start with the big cylinder seals themselves. Just fit in the grooves like that. They're a little bit awkward to get in. Just persevere and just feed them in little bit by little bit. Alright, over there. There you go. You can see that's in beautifully. And then the dust seal, 38mm by the way these. If you're going down your bike shop or whatever, the 38mm seals. Okay. Now these are a little bit more awkward. That's the smaller, and they tend to twist a little bit. Just pop them in with you. Like that. Run your thumb, your finger, all the way around just to make sure that feels nice and smooth in there. There's no lumps or bumps sticking out from the seals, because that will they'll just bunch up when the cylinders go back in. They'll bunch up, they won't be efficient, they won't do the job right, and they'll make a right mess of your brakes, unfortunately. Okay, we'll just do the same with the other side. Seals in, okay. Start reassembling, and we'll put the pad spring, brake pad spring back in, and it just clips in. Yeah, lovely. It's cleaned up. It doesn't need to be mega clean, but that basically will just stop the pads from wobbling up and down inside. Okay, next job, we're going to put the cylinders in, make it a little bit easier for ourselves. And I don't recommend you do this without any gloves on, but I'm going to do it. Get some brake fluid and just lubricate those seals with the brake fluid like that. Okay, and also use it as lube on these cylinders here. Okay, that'll make it nice and easy to push that. That should just go. Just fit straight in. Please fit straight in. You little beauty. See how easy that went in, as opposed to what a pain it was to get out. It's all cleaned up and nice and lubed now. We've got some new seals on. So that one should just do the same. There he is. Straight back in there. Pushed them all the way back because we're going to put new pads in. Okay. Right. That's the bar. It just fits in there like that. And this is the mounting plate for the whole lot. You can see it runs about on these. Here, what we're going to do is just give them a quick wipe off. Oops. Just taking care not to get grease everywhere. Just put some more grease on them and put them back in. These just slide in. They're basically held in by the once the caliper is bolted on through this plate. It's held in by that. Get the grease gone. I'll just give it a little bit of grease on there, a little bit of grease on there, on the back. Lovely. Okay, the grease to the way. Right, I'm just going to work that on like that. And that's nice new grease. Should do the job nicely. It's horrible stuff with grease, as you'll no doubt know. So you get it on your finger, you've got it on for life, and it goes on everything else in the garage. We just need to fit the seal. There's a little bit of a clean out in there. So these are the rubber boots that just keep all the rubbish out of the sliders. I did clean that out a little bit earlier. So that will go on there. So it just slides over like that. There you go. Beautiful. And that's then ready to receive the bracket. Good, and there's two holes like that. Nice. That's self-seated. Look at that. Okay, they both have. Beautiful. Okay, so the next step is to put the brake pads in. Right, are we on? Yep. Alright, so we've got the assembly back together. Just put a bit of copper grease on there. Copper grease because it takes heat very, very well, and that bit's going to get hot, I think. And it just helps the brake pads slide about nicely on that. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave that there. I have degreased my hands, but I do not want to be touching the pads for obvious reasons. Because when I pull the brakes on the bike, I want to stop and not have grease all over the place. Okay, so that goes in like that. No, it doesn't. It goes in like that. These are the wrong ones. There we go. Really. Should have put the other one in first, of course. That just fits. Like that. That's right. So we know that that one fits on. Because they're brand new. It's going to go in here like this. And rest in there. It's going on there like that. Copper grease helps it slide up and down. In fact, that's